So I'm going to talk a little bit about praise and how it can help or hurt your training. So when you use touch as a praise, we want your touch to represent calmness. So we want to make sure that we're building this up. So it can be called like intentional touch, it can be called massage work. Those things are kind of like interchangeable, but what we really need to do is help the dog to understand that our touch doesn't represent excitement. It doesn't represent this overstimulated state. It really represents this calm, soothing, good girl, good boy. This is what we want. We want it to be super intentional. We want it to be more massage-like than this happy, excited, oh my God, you're such a good girl state. Because a lot of times what we're working on and what we're working towards is a calm dog. So we can accidentally ruin all of the calmness that we just achieved by making our touch this excitement, represent excitement, and really take the dog from being in this really nice calm state to this overstimulated state just by touching them. So I see this a lot, especially when you're entering the home and the dog runs up to you. They're jumping, they're excited. You don't want them to greet guests like this, but we're reaching down and we're petting them in that moment when they greet us like that. So with that, it means that the dog thinks that that's what you want, is you want this overexcited state. So we really need to change the dynamic and how we're using our touch and our praise to effectively help and boost our training, not work against us. So if our dog is easily excited by a high-pitched voice, we need to make sure that when we're praising our dogs, we're saying, good girl, good boy. They know, they can sense that we're happy with them, but we don't need to take them over a threshold when we just worked really hard at bringing them back down and being calm. So the way that we can build this up is I'm gonna kind of show you with Kaya. Kaya, come here. Come here. Come on. Good girl. So you can start with the dog like facing you. Kaya doesn't have a collar on, so I'm just going to use the leash. But you can really get into her shoulders, and we really want our touch to represent this nice, relaxed state. So you can see that Kaya's not getting like overstimulated. She's just starting to relax. And so this might take some time for you to get them to actually like lay down and relax. Good girl. Can also rub like on their head, but the thing is that you see is that I'm being very, very intentional with the touch, and you can see her body language start to change. You can see her eyes starting to relax because we want this touch to really represent relaxation. Good girl. So it's very intentional. It's not overstimulating. It's not causing her to be excited. It's actually helping her to relax. And we can build this up so that our touch represents calmness versus if I was to be like, Kaya, hi pretty girl, hi pretty girl, hi pretty girl. Yeah, so then she wants to get in my face. She's a little bit more stimulated than when I'm just doing some nice massage work. Yeah. It just kind of sets the whole tone of what this means. So obviously with intentional touch, you have to know the dog. I don't recommend doing this kind of touch with a dog that you don't know. So it's really important that you make sure that the dog actually wants to be touched and massaged by you. And we want to get them into a relaxed state where they just kind of lay down and they just kind of melt from the relaxation. So imagine if she had just a huge reactive moment and we built up the touch, and I could just give her a nice massage and just really bring her down from that overstimulated state of, oh my God, there's another dog or the person or whatever your dog is reacting to, and really just calm them down just with touch. But it's important that you build this up. It's very intentional. It's not exciting. It's just relaxing, huh, pretty girl? Yes.